All right, before I start the video, yes, Dallas fans, that was not a pass interference on Ferguson. I don't think it was a PI on either him or Anzalone. It just kind of seemed like a bang-bang play, but if you're going to call a PI, you would have called it on Anzalone. But overall, a very impressive game from the Detroit Lions, 44-30. Jared Goff, 309 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams both had 90-plus yards of receiving. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 3-touchdown day, and David Montgomery, 60 yards for 1 touchdown. I thought everybody played very well, and one thing I'm very impressed with Dan Campbell with his offensive play calling is his ability to get everybody the ball. We saw with John Morton several times throughout the season that he wasn't able to get everybody the ball consistently, especially Jameson Williams. John Morton really relied on just Jahmyr Gibbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Dan Campbell has done that too to an extent, but these past couple games, Jameson Williams has been getting the ball more, scoring more touchdowns, and Dan's been making an effort giving him the ball, whether it's through screen plays or jet sweeps. He's done a great job. And also Williams had a great play. Jared Goff was getting pressured on a third down, I believe it was, and he kind of threw it short, but Jameson Williams rerouted himself and found the ball and just caught it. And it was a very impressive catch to do that. And I know Jameson Williams is always seen as a speedster guy, but his route running and his ability to find the ball has been really improved the past couple of seasons. I still would wish that he would give Montgomery the ball more. I think Montgomery is a really good running back, and I think splitting the reps a little more evenly would be better for both. I think Montgomery is just a really good running back when it comes to breaking tackles and getting big runs like that. I mean, we saw that 35-yard touchdown run. It felt like he was going to get stopped for like a first down only, but he broke free for another 25 yards, and it was just a very impressive play. The offensive line's still somewhat of a mess. Very sloppy game from both teams. A lot of penalties on both sides. And I know the Lions in general aren't a team that's very penalized, but it seems like the past few games, they've been getting a lot of penalties. And I know this offensive line is playing a few second stringers, so some penalties are going to happen, but still, it was just a little sloppy. And I want to give credit to the defense. I thought they did a great job getting pressure to Dak. 5 total sacks. The past 4 games before today, only 4 sacks. So only 4 sacks they've given up. Today they got 5. I thought Al-Quadin Muhammad had a great game, and Aiden Hutchinson was getting pressured too. Didn't get any sacks, but he did a good job getting pressure. And shout out to Jack Campbell, man. I just want to give a lot of credit to Jack Campbell. One of the more underrated players on this Lions defense. He had a sack, and he's just able to stop players on the run, and his ability to defend the pass. I mean, this guy can do everything as a linebacker. And I know we talk about Kirby Joseph a lot and Brian Branch and Aiden Hutchinson, deservingly so, but more credit needs to be given to Jack Campbell. The secondary is still somewhat of a problem. There's still a lot of injuries to it, and DJ Reed kind of had a rough game today. They targeted him quite a lot, Dallas, and whether it was George Pickens or CeeDee Lamb, they usually won the battle, and even DJ Reed knew he was getting a couple holding calls, and he was just having a rough game. But I want to give credit to Meek Robinson, though. I mean, he seemed like he did a pretty good job, and for a guy who's really a slot corner for handling big-time assignments like either guarding Pickens or CeeDee Lamb, he did a really good job. And speaking of CeeDee Lamb, we hope he's okay. I know he got a concussion on a bad fall, but as for Dallas, Brandon Aubrey, man, that dude's insane. I mean, he kicked that 63-yard field goal, and it honestly looked like he could have kicked that from 70. It was just insane, and I thought the Lions overall did a pretty good job neutralizing George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb today. These guys have been on a tear the past couple of games. This has been a red-hot Dallas Cowboys team. And for Cowboys fans, I know it's a disappointing loss, but overall, I mean, you guys were 2-6, 3-6, and 1, and won a couple games in a row, beat the Eagles and the Chiefs back-to-back, both teams that were in the Super Bowl. Dak's been really good this year. Schottenheimer's been a better coach than I think anybody expected him to be. And the George Pickens trade has worked out very well. I know he kind of had an off game today, and he looked disinterested at times like he did in Pittsburgh, but I think overall it's been a great trade. And Javonte Williams, has been one of the best value signings in the league as well. And the Quinn Williams trade, we'll see how it goes. It's only been a couple games, but it's not been too bad either. They've had a great draft too. I think Dallas has a pretty solid future ahead of them. I think they've made some really good moves. And, for a team that had a lot of noise after the Micah Parsons trade and seeing how bad that defense was after the Micah Parsons trade, I think things have gotten a lot better for them. even though their season is most likely over. As for Detroit, they play Pittsburgh next week. That team's kind of a mess right now. I mean, the fans were chanting fire Tomlin and Aaron Rodgers, and this team just has not been great. Offensively, it's not a good O-line. The run game's not been there, and besides DK Metcalf, there's not much there for the receiving core. And defensively, I mean, highest paid defense, and it's not been that good. So, I mean, this is a win for next week the Lions should have. I will be very disappointed if they don't win this. It's going to be a tough outing for the Lions the rest of the year. They really can't afford to lose any games for the rest of the year, especially if the Bears continue to win. It'll be very important for the Lions to have the Bears lose this weekend to the Packers. And I hate to be this guy, but I have to root for the Packers this weekend. I mean, I never thought I would, but for my sake as a Lions fan, I mean, it'll be good if the Bears lose this one. But that's pretty much about it. I guess I just saw the news too. Brian Branch, torn Achilles. Life's amazing. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe for more football content. Peace.